Hello, Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, CEO at the Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce, and we have a great guest for you today. And my guess is you probably already know Christy Austin of Movement Mortgage. She's definitely involved in the chamber, in the ambassador leaders program for our chamber, and so much more. So let's bring her right out and learn a lot more about her and Movement Mortgage. Christy, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Thank you. I'm excited. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So,
Oh, good. Good. Well, we're thrilled to have you on. You've been a wonderful, amazing, incredible ambassador to our chamber. We feel so lucky. But it's also nice to have you on the show because you have 35 years of experience in the mortgage industry. So you are truly an expert in this field. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Movement Mortgage, first and foremost.
well, I'm actually a Washingtonian. I actually was born in Taiwan, came over as a little girl, and moved up to Washington with my family. My dad started the Huxley Environmental Sciences School there. So he taught up there. I went to the University of Washington for my business education. And shortly after, a friend of mine said, I really think that you ought to come and work for me as a lender. You'd be great at it. And I go, well, no interview. Okay. And I trusted him and I fell in love with the business. I'm one of those weird left and right brain equal person. And so the creative side, figuring out what to do with a loan, and then the analytical side being the very detailed oriented brain that allows me to be able to do well with this business. And I mean, there's just no other thrill for me than getting someone approved closed when they didn't think they could, when I could take really good care of them, and by constant communication and just treating them like it's my mom, it's my sister, it's my brother, my best friend. And that's kind of the attitude I go into every transaction, and they feel it and they tell me so. And that makes me feel really great.
Definitely. You are one of those people that you really do take care of, the work in front of you, the people around you. And so I can see how that's definitely a part of what you do and why you've done it so well for so long.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. And tell us a little bit about Movement Mortgage, the company itself, and how it might be different from some maybe other mortgage companies.
Thank you for asking. I am truly grateful for joining Movement Mortgage. A friend of mine reached out to me when I moved down here to California, 2013. I looked him up because he was one of the managers of, 35 years. It's a long time. I've gone from one company to other. And they're all mortgage bankers. So, and he was a manager at one of the companies that I was in, and became a friend. And so I reached out to him and he said, you've got to come to work with me at this company. I said,
that.
Why? It's like, what are you so different? He goes, just come with me to Arizona to our regional and I will show you. And it was amazing. The way that we do business here is not like any other company. Been in the lending business back then, it was like 20 some years, 28 years. I know the right things to do, but you can't always fight your company.
Right.
And so the way that they do business is they want to get the underwriter, who is the highest paying person in the processing side, to look at the files and get you approved right away, like day one. Put the package together, I send it to underwriting, they approve it within 6 hours. A real underwriter. And so then you know what you're working with, because in the past, all the other companies, I take a look at it. Yeah, I think it works. It goes to the processor. Yeah, she thinks it works, but you know, need more
Right.
info. Then it goes to the underwriter. No, this is not how you look at it. And
Right.
then I want more conditions. And so this way we get the conditions right away. Our
Wow.
goal is 6 hours to underwrite, 7 days to process, 1 day to close.
Oh
So
my gosh.
we move things so fast. My fastest is like 9 days from start to finish.
Oh my gosh. Well,
It's
then
incredible.
that's a perfect name for the company then, Movement Mortgage. I mean, if you
Yeah,
really are moving things that quickly, that's
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. So after I found out that process, like I'm in, and it's been the most amazing seven
Oh,
years. Yeah, I
nice.
love this company. They have the right mindset. It's
Hmm.
a private company. It's not like all the other companies I've been with were all major companies. My last company was with Chase,
Uh-huh.
and it fell apart when we bought out WAMU. And so there were all these turmoil. So this particular company will always be a private company.
Okay.
And so what that means is there's no shareholders to, take the profits that we make.
Sure.
We decide what we want to do. And what movement does is we give back to the communities that we work in. So last year we gave out $220 million.
Oh my gosh.
I know, to the communities that we serve, and they're all like
Okay.
developed, and
Underserved
serving the
people.
underserved.
Sure.
And we have a goal that was set this year that in 10 years we're going to build 100 charter schools.
Oh my gosh, Christy, that's
I
incredible.
know. I know who does that, right? We
Yes.
have three already, and 100% of our affiliate profits goes to building the schools and giving out to various charities.
What a
And
great company. You're
I
right.
know,
I
I
totally understand why you'd be there 7 years. I know you love the industry, you love what you do, you know it frontwards and backwards, and it
yeah,
was just a matter of putting your name with a company that is, that you hold to the same caliber, you hold yourself. So,
I'm getting goosebumps to having you say
I'm
that.
yes,
It
I
truly is. I mean, I really love where I work,
yeah,
and the
it
company
shows.
takes care of not just me,
Mhm.
the consumers, the clients, our borrowers are number one. They take
Now
care of the people.
and it really does show, and I know you go back and forth between California and Washington because you're here. I'll put it up here. You're a huge Huskies fan. Made a little banner for it. Um,
This is my the rules me.
yeah.
This is the sign for the Huskies, the University of Washington. And yeah, I graduated there. I volunteered there a lot. I'm currently the University of Washington Alumni Association chapter leader for Palm Desert,
Nice.
part of SoCal. And I go up a lot for the games.
Yeah.
And to my mom and my kids all live up there, so I go to see them a lot.
And how are you
And
able to do business still going back and forth?
well, so I started up there. I had my license, if you will, up there. And then when I moved down, I didn't want to give that up because my contacts were all up there. And so when I came down here, got my license, I decided to work both areas. And the thing about my business is people don't really want to take out the time to go and drive to the loan officers work and spend
Yeah.
hours talking about this and that. They'd rather just do it at online at the
Yeah.
comfort of their homes. And so all I do is have them apply online, talk to them, email them,
Mm-hmm.
text them.
Yep.
Everything is done electronically,
Yep.
virtually, and they're well
It's
taken
so
care of.
And
So
it's so much easier that way. And I agree. I think you're right. I think it's nice because then people can take care of those things in the evenings after work if they need to, or on weekends whenever they have time to do it. And then you're able to still fulfill on your end as well.
exactly. So it's actually easier than a lot of people think. I've actually, when I was in China, I worked in 2019, I had the amazing trip of my life, and I was there for 2.5 weeks. And I would check my emails at my night, your day, and
Yep.
it's like, okay, responding. So it's just
Technology is amazing.
it
Yeah.
is.
It
People are
allows for
everywhere.
so much to be done.
Exactly.
Now, gonna stray off just a little bit and ask you, I don't know, your thoughts on the housing market right now, real estate right now, and I don't know, are you forecasting anything that you would want to share? What's on your mind for the future?
Well, people ask me that all the time. Well, what's interest rates going to do? What do you think about the housing market? And it really is tough because variables get thrown in. The
Yeah.
economy and what's going on, outside of the US really will affect the interest rate and housing. And fact of the matter is, believe it or not, the feds do know what they're doing. I bought my first house at when the rates were 18%.
Mm.
So nobody wants to hear that.
Right.
But we do know what to do to compensate and change. And so that's what the feds are doing right now. They are increasing the Fed rates. And it seemed like it was a big jump going from I had people saying, "Oh, I'm so spoiled at 2.75 when you locked me in." And today it's like, low to mid fives. And it's like, oh my gosh.
Mhm.
But really, seriously, you're still buying a home that you own versus renting, which will
Yeah.
go up every year.
Mhm.
And you will get appreciation. So that's something that is worth, and the
Yeah.
write off.
Mhm.
So that's worth a lot more. And then honestly, the crystal ball is not that clear for me. Um, I know it's going to go up,
Yeah.
but there are factors that will come into play that'll keep it low. But somebody asked me the other day, will it go above 6%? And I think it's going to hover right about there, but
Mhm.
when
Mhm.
it's tough to say. But right
Yeah.
now, being 5.5, yeah, 6% is not that far.
Yeah.
So, and then the housing bubble, we're not in the same
Mm.
place as we were back in 18
Oh.
or 2008, 9, 10.
Mhm.
Um, the appreciation is crazy. And as well as I do that people are coming to the Coachella Valley because the price is right.
Yeah.
LA, Northern California, um, and because we have a great place to live. I absolutely
Me too.
love Rancho,
Paradise.
right? Seriously.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, but the price is right compared to the rest of the California areas. And so our appreciation is not going to go down.
Interesting. Okay. And
That's my
I know it's a loaded question because I mean, it's really hard to predict the future, especially right now. There's so many changes, but that insight I think is really valuable for folks that are listening. And speaking of folks that are listening, I'm sure most of you know Christy, but if you have not met her, her information is scrolling on the screen, the website, phone number, and email as well. She's as friendly as they come, so you can always reach out and ask questions or get some support for your mortgage or just industry, whatever it may be. But before we stop our interview, I'd love for folks just to get to know you a little bit. I know you shared a little bit of your spirit and heart already, but share about, who you are in the community and what you do for our community.
um, thank you. Well, with the chamber, I was very lucky to have been voted as the vice president for our ambassadors, which is a great honor. And you know, it comes easy to talk to people and help people. So for me, that's I'm I just lead when Rick is not there, which is not very, he's not gone that often. So I just sit back and listen. Um, as I said, I'm the alumni chair for University of
Mhm.
Washington here in the desert. I was the Orange County one when Orange County, LA one when I was living in Dana Point before I moved out here 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Um, And here I'm also the recently joined the Rancho Mirage Women's Club, which,
Yay.
oh my gosh, I read their history, and it's an amazing organization.
Great.
And we are small, but we're really mighty. I
Yeah.
mean, we've donated over $700,000 to the community, established in 1963.
Amazing.
And the funny thing is, I went because of a friend,
Uh-huh.
and so been a couple of 3 times, but it was really busy, and so I didn't join in. And then the day that I joined in and submitted my application and was approved, they were actually announcing the new board, and outgoing, thanking the outgoing, announcing the new board. And they said, and we're missing the second VP, who is the event planner or the fundraiser for our group. And the president, Shelley, looked at me and she goes, "We were wondering if Christy could do
Ah.
that." And I'm going, because I had shared a fundraising idea with her, and they all loved it. And that very same hour, she said that, and so everybody applauded. It's like, what? So,
I love it when things like that happen. Sometimes I tell my board members, like, if you cough at a meeting, you're going to be chair of that committee. That's just how it works sometimes.
Well, apparently I don't want to cough anymore. But so I'm just starting to do that. Our big fundraiser is in March. Please come. We gave this year, nothing to do with me, except I went to some of the gala and then some of the luncheons. But we gave $65,000 this year, and we gave to 8 different charities. I could name them all, but anyways, Children's Discovery Museum was one of them. Olive Tess, who I volunteered for a couple of years, was also another one, but many other well-deserving charities. And I mean, we are over 100 people, but that's nothing, and we raise that much money to give out to the community, and that just warms my heart.
It's amazing. And it might, just be 100 people or whatever, but it's folks with really great hearts who really want to make a difference. And they're folks like you who have the creativity, the ideas, and also the contacts to be able to bring it all home and make it happen. So on behalf of the community, thank you to the Rancho Mirage Women's Club for all of your support, not just for what you gave away this year, but in all of your years combined. It's pretty remarkable. And Christy, I just want to thank you for joining us today to share a little bit more about you, your expertise, your forecasting, and of course, everything you do in our community. We just think the world of you. Can't thank you enough. And it's a real honor to have you as a leader on our ambassador team as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much, and the chamber for allowing me to just expand and explore and make new friends. I truly appreciate you guys.
Oh, well, I'll look forward to seeing you tonight at the All Valley Chambers Mixer. And thanks for all you do, Christy. We'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Same to you. All right. Thank you.
Take care, my friend. And thank you so much for joining us today, learning a little bit more about our incredible ambassadors, experts that are here in our community that you can reach out to and do business with. This is our way for you to get to know them. And if there's a way that I can help you professionally or your business, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's what your Chamber of Commerce is here for. We'll see everybody soon. Take care.